Hey, hello everyone, welcome back. My name is pretty good, so hope your day's really good. But guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a simulator shop, just like this one. Equip. As you can see, changes. So the first thing we need to do is make a UI. If you know how to make UI, you can just skip to a time that I will show on the screen right now. Yeah, so first thing you want to do is add a Screen Gui. So let's just start by making a frame. Let's say anchor point. Place the anchor point. It's located right here. Anchor point 0.5, 0.5. There we go. Let's just place it in the middle and let's make it size 0.3, 0.2. Oh, 0.3, 0, 0.2, 0. Oh yeah, okay, let's just make it bigger then. Right there. Okay. So now we have this frame. We can make another frame. So let's just make this. Just place it right here. This will be our buy frame, and this will be our scrolling frame, or where you can click on the tools. So yeah, okay. So let's call this buy frame. Let's place it. Actually, we could just. Yeah. So okay. Now we have these. Let's just call this weapon shop. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is scrolling frame to it. There we go. Just add one scrolling frame right here. Background transparency 1. We can make it smaller though. So let's just make it a bit smaller right here. There we go. And I'm actually going to add a UI grid layout. And just add a normal frame like that. Okay, let's just change color, background color like there. And actually, when you use this, we can just make a image button right there. Background transparency 0 and image, let's just say 0 right now. So I'm going to call this template. I'm going to put it outside, and I'm just going to move it all the way over here and make it transparency 1. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is add some cache. And so the first thing we want to do is add some cache to player, some leader stats. So let's just add a script, and that's right. So let's do local data store service. We're just going to make a data store. Game get service data store service. Local game data equals data store service get data store. Let's just call it game data number 1. So now we want to know when a player is added. So we're going to do game.players.player added connect function plr, and I'm just going to write plr. You can write player, it's just a shortcut. Then we actually want to add a folder so we can store the cache, and yeah, we're just going to store the cache. So local leader stats equals instance.new folder. Leader stats parent should be equals to player, and leader stats name should be equals to leader stats. Now we want to add some cash or a cash value to the player, so we're going to write give a cash value, local cash equals instance.new. I'm just going to add a number value. Cash.parent should be equals to leader stats, and cash.name should be equals to cash, and at the end cash.value, so you start with 0 cash should equals to 0, but I want to start with 1000, so let's just check if this actually works. Yeah, there we go. I have 1k cash, so that's good. Now we should add some tools, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually add a folder to replicate storage. I'm going to name it weapons folder to store the weapons, and let's just take a free model sword right there and place it in the weapons folder. When we've added the weapon, we can actually add a value to it. So just add a number value, and let's call this price. The price should be, let's just say 100 coins or cash. Okay, now we have a weapon. That's the first thing. So now we should make our GUI. So we have this template, this free template. We need to add an image to it. So let's just image button. Let's add a image. I'm just going to find one very quickly in the toolbox. I'm just going to image and just write sword. Let's just see if there's a sword image. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm just going to take this one, and there we go. Okay, let's add this sword image. Okay, right here we have this sword image. Right here, the image one should be placed in there. We can make the background spread to this one, so it's the picture that has that's white around it. Okay, let's just add right there. Okay, let's just change some colors. So I'm just going to make this wheat color and biframe a more dark color, so you can distinguish the difference. Okay, so let's just add a remote event and then a local script. We're going to call local script. I'm just going to change it to local main script. So the first thing we want to do is find the player. So local PLR equals game.players.local player. Then we want the folder. So local leader stats equals PLR wait for child leader stats. Then we want to find the cash or the coins. So local cash equals leader stats wait for child cash. Okay, so now it's the very important thing. We're actually going to make some quite different things. So we're going to change the remote event to click event, and then by equip event. So let's just write. So now we want to check if the click event has been fired. If you have clicked on the sword you want to choose. So script.parent.click event.on client event connect function. Okay, now we have this. So the first thing we need to check this, we're going to check 2 times if the player really has the coin or the cash. So if cash dot value is bigger or equals, now remember we added a we actually added in the replicated storage and the weapons folder, we added a price to the classic sword. So, oh yeah. So the first thing we just nearly forgot, we need to find the weapons folder. So local weapon folder equals game.replicated storage wait for child weapons folder. So what we're going to do is when it's clicked, we want to find the weapon name. So we're just going to write weapon name, and that's actually it, because now we can just do if cache the value. If you have more cache, or your cache is equals to the weapons folder, folder brackets no weapon folder weapon name dot price dot value. So what we're doing is if your cache is greater or equals to the weapons folder in the replicated storage weapon name that we're going to find, so classic sword dot price dot value, then we need to so if player, or if PLR dot owned weapons find first child Okay, so now we have done this, we need to actually add something to our server script, our script in the server script service. So we're actually going to add another folder. It's going to be owned tools folder. So local owned tools equals instance.new folder. Owned tools.parent should be equals to PLR. Okay, and yeah, owned tools dot name, nearly forgot, should be equals to owned tools. So what we're going to do is we're going to check if the player already has the tool. If he doesn't have the tool, the text right here in the by frame, let's just add a text label right quickly. This text will be equal, or let's make it a text button. Then this text will be equals, or text will be changed to buy. And if he owns it but haven't equipped it, the name will be equip. And if he owns it and it's equipped, the weapon, it will be called equipped. So the first thing we want to do is if PLR dot, so now we have added a folder, own tools folder. We just want to find it, ensure that it's actually there. So local own tools equals PLR wait for child own tools. So now we're just going to add the characters. So local char equals game.workspace wait for child char, or PLR.name. So if owned tools find first child weapon name and char and not char find first child weapon name, then script.parent.byFrame .text button.text should be equals to equip. So what we're going to do, doing right now is we're going to check if he actually owns the tool. If he owns the tool, we're going to check if we're going to check if he has equipped or it's in his inventory. If it's not in his player or his character, it's not equipped. If he hasn't equipped it, we're also going to actually check and not pillar.backpack find first child weapon name. Then the script text should be equals to equip. Else, if not own tools find first child weapon name, then script.parent.byFrame.text button.text should be equals to by. Now we're going to check another time else if own tools find first child weapon name and char find first or his character in his, or we find the weapon in his character and we find his character the weapon in his character, or we find it in his backpack, then it should the text should be equals to equipped because it's already equipped. Okay, so that was quite hard. So what we're going to do is now is oh yeah, when it's clicked, of course, we want to actually add a text right here. Let's just call this text label. We're just going to call this price text. Price text. Just going to write 0. Okay, just take scale right there. We're actually also going to add a image label right here to add the image to when it's clicked. So now we have changed the buy button text. We want to add the price to the tag or to the price text. So we're actually going to write script.parent.byFrame.priceText.text should be equals to price, 2 points, then space, 2 dots, and then we're going to write weapon folder weapon name dot price dot value. It's actually going to find the price in the replicated storage or the weapon folder, and it's going to add it to the price text. So we finally added all this. What have I done? Okay, so I just found out that you should just remove this. This is, we don't need right there, so let's just remove the if cache.value right now. We will need it later. So what we're going to do now is to write, we're going over here, we're going to then we're going to add the image to the byframe. So script.parent.byframe.imageLabel.image should be equals to script.parent.scrollingFrame weapon name dot image button dot image. Okay, so now when you add this, we want to just go down a bit, and then we're going to write, let's just make a shortcut very quickly, local by frame equals script.parent.by wait for child by frame. We can just change all of these then. By frame, by frame, by frame, by frame, and by frame. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to check if the buy button or text button, the buy button, let's just change the name, buy button has been pressed. So buy frame dot buy button dot mouse button one click connect function. Then we're going to check, so if by frame dot text button dot text, so if by frame dot text button dot text equals to equip, then script.parent.by equip event fire server, and then we're just going to write equip, or equip. Else if else if by frame dot text button dot text equals by, then script.parent.by equip event fire server by. Else if by frame dot text button dot text equals equipped. Okay, then there. Okay. So what we're going to do now is if it's equipped, then we're just going to change the name to script.parent.text, no, by frame dot text text button. No, oh my god. I'm going to change by frame dot by button. Let's just change everything right here. By button, by button, by button, by button, by button, by button, and by button. There we go. Oh shit, there we go. By frame dot by button dot text should be equals to equipped. Okay. And then write by frame dot by button dot text should be equals to, there we go. Okay, so we can just change to the, we can just add a new script, local weapon folder equals game dot replicate storage dot wait for child weapon folder. So what we're going to do now is script.parent by equip event dot on server event connect function plr comma and the text we use, so either equip or by. So if the text is equals to equip then we can just actually copy paste the script from the local main script. If own tools, just so then we can just, okay, so then we're just going to write local owned tools. No, let's just write local, then we can just go local owned tools equals plr dot wait for child owned tools. Then we can just copy paste this script right here. if wait. Okay, so now we've done this. When we need to fire the event, we also want to fire the weapon names. So let's just write actually a local right here, local weapon equals nil. Then we want to change that to weapon name. There we go. Then we want to fire the weapon, or the weapon name, comma, also here weapon. Okay, so then you also need to remember to write weapon right here, weapon name. There we go. Yeah, that could just be, we can just write game dot workspace pillar dot name find first child, and then yeah. So if he actually has it, or he owns it but he doesn't have it equipped, we want to copy paste it into his inventory. So local weapon clone equals game dot replicate, no, equals local clone, local weapon clone equals weapon folder weapon name clone. Weapon clone dot parent should be equals to game dot workspace pillar dot name, and yeah, then yeah, just so you know, if it's press decrypt, then we first want to actually remove a tool, that if there's a tool in his inventory, then we want to remove it. So for I, tool in pairs game.workspace pillar.name do if tool is a tool, so we're going to find if it's a tool, then tool should be destroyed. And then we're also going to find in char in character, and then we're going to find it in backpack if there is already one. So for I, tool in pairs pillar.backpack get children do if tool is a tool, then tool destroy. And then after that we cloned it and paste it into the inventory, or we can either I'm just pasting it into his character so he has it equipped when he buys it, or you can just paste it into his backpack. And if you want to paste it into his backpack, you can just do then parent should be equals to pillar.backpack. Okay, so now we have the equipped text. So else if oops, there we go. Else if text equals by, then oh shoot, oh, then we want to check if it has now we want to check if the text is something else. So else if text equals by, then we can just paste it into here again. If it doesn't find it in, if it doesn't own one, then if not own tools find for the shell weapon name. So now if he doesn't own it, then we want to check if he actually has enough cache. So if pillar.leader stats .cache .value is bigger or equals to weapon folder weapon name .price .value, then we first want to give him the tools. So local string equals instance.new string value. String dot parent should be equals to own tools, and string dot name should be equals to dot weapon name. And then at the end we want to, of course, remove the cache. So ploy.leader stats and cache.value should be minus equals, and then we can just paste this, copy paste this, boom. Okay, now that's looking good. So now we actually want, because I'm quite lazy, I don't really like, if you have a lot of tools, right? You don't really want to, if you have a lot of tools, oh yeah, remember to place the template into, no, actually, you don't need to do that. Yeah, actually, you can just, we can script that. So because I'm quite lazy, and I don't want to make a lot of templates or weapon images, and add a script to every single one of them, I'm actually just going to make one script that gets copy pasted into all the templates, and the templates get copy pasted into the scrolling frame with a specific name. So the first thing we want to do is add a script, and we're going to call this a we're going to call this a clone script. No, we're going to call this a click script. So this is going to be quite difficult now, but local. Okay, first we want to wait. So script.parent wait for child. Script.parent wait. Script.parent wait for child and image button. So it's just going. So it's going to keep waiting until it's in the template's image button. So now it's going to be a fun thing. So we're going to add a local cheapest price should be equals to math.huge. Local minimum price or min price, just write this, should be equals to 0, and local unlocked tool name should actually be equals to this. So then we want to do local weapon name equals script dot parent dot name, one parent to parent. Yeah. So now we're just going to write local. No, we're going to write minimum price should be equals to game.replicated storage.weapon folder weapon name dot price dot value. Okay, so now this is one thing. So for I, comma prices in pairs, game.replicated storage.weapons folder get descendants do. So this get descendants is it gets the child. It gets like it gets, so it's going into the weapons folder, then it's going to check. Get descendants is not get child, is just to get the child of the weapons folder. That means classic sword. But get descendants is the child of the child of the weapons folder. So weapons folder is the child of classic sword, and the child of the classic sort is these. That's get the sentence. So if prices is a number value, then if prices dot value is bigger than minimum price, and prices dot value is smaller than cheapest price, then cheapest price dot value, then cheapest price should be equals to prices dot value, and unlocked tool name should be equals to prices, so price dot parent dot name dot parent dot name. So that's the first thing we have done. So the next thing is to check if it has been clicked. So script.parent.mouse button 1 click, connect function. So if not script.parent find first child UI UI gradient, you'll see why we need this after. Then script.parent. So we're going to make one parent, two parents, and then this is the third parent and fourth parent. So 4 parents. Script.parent.parent.parent.click event fire client, and then we're going to write just make a local ploy equals script.parent.parent.parent.parent 1 2 3 4. It's right there. 5 6 7. Okay, 7 parents. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 parents. Then we're going to fire ploy. Always remember when it's a service or a script to fire when you fire a client to write ploy in the start of the player. And then we're going to write script.parent.name. Yeah, weapon name. There we go. And then we're just going to go down here and write ploy dot weapons folder dot child added connect function, and then write child, of course. There we go. If child dot name equals if it's equals to weapon name, then if script.parent parent find first child unlocked tool name, then we're going to write then script.parent.parent.parent unlock tool name dot image button dot UI gradient destroy. So we're going to destroy the UI gradient. this seems fine. Looks good right now. So let's just add a UI gradient and make the color black. There we go. You can make like transparency 0.5. Oh shoot. You don't have to make that black though. You can make it like this so it looks that it's not unlocked. So the first thing we want to do is actually paste all of the weapons into the script. We're going to add the template to the scrolling frame and add the script into it. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is write for I, tools in pairs weapons folder get children. Get children. Do local template equals script.parent.template clone. Template.parent should be equals to script.parent scrolling frame, and template.name should of course be equals to tools.name. After we've done that, we're going to actually add a we're going to clone local script clone equals script parent dot click script clone script clone dot parent should be equals to template dot image button, and that should be it. If you want it if you don't want it like that, you just want it to add it in a specific order, you can also do go into the click event, then write I just made a small mistake. If you go into the script right here, the click script, it should not be weapons folder but own tools. That was my mistake. So what you're going to do is actually in here you're going to write local minimum price equals 0, local cheapest price equals math.huge. So if tools.price.value is bigger than minimum price. So I just made a script off camera. I was thinking about how to make it, and so what you're going to do is actually in the script, in the script right here, where you check if it's equipped and all of that. You're going to write local minimum price equals 0, local cheapest price equals math.huge, local weapon equals this, and local next template equals this. That's a table. Local next table template is a table. So for I equals 1, 4, actually you can just write hashtag game.rep hashtag weapon folder 1. That's an increase. Do for I, tool in pairs weapons folder get you on do. If not, if it doesn't find weapon in the scrolling frame, then if the tool price value is bigger than the minimum price, that's 0, and tools the price value is smaller than cheapest price, that math.huge, then cheapest price should be equals to tools.price.value, and cheapest weapon should be equals to tools.name. And when it's done doing that, it's going to insert the next template in the table, in the next template table, the cheapest weapon name, and then the minimum price should be equals to cheapest price, and cheapest price should be equals to math.huge again, and then it's going to repeat it the amount of time, the amount of time of hashtag weapons, or the amount of time how many weapons you have in the weapons folder. As you can see, if I press play, give it a second. Oh no, wait. Hashtag value. I think that's how you do it. I'm not sure though. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Players, if you go into player GUI, then you go into the Screen GUI, the weapon shop. There we go. Classic sword is right here. Classic 2 is right here. Classic 3 is right there. And Classic 4. And you can see it's not in order, but that's because the Classic sword is more expensive than the Classic 2. And the Classic sword 3 is more expensive than the 4th. And that's why it's in order now. So that's I just made a lazy script because it does because instead of like copy pasting the same script in all of the tools, and then suddenly you want to change something in the script, then you need to remove all of the scripts, edit one of the scripts, and then paste them into it again. And people don't really want to do that, so that's why I had this. Okay, so invisible, and then we can just go into the script again and write then do template dot visible should be equals to true, and template dot image button dot image should be equals to weapons folder names. Wait. Now, oh yeah, by the way, you can just go into the weapons folder, add an image label, and just write, let's just say random image, so there we go. Then weapon folder names dot image label dot image. Okay, so let's just add some random images. Let's just add this image. What's the equal right there? Thank you. This one right here. Just remove that. Okay, classic sword 2. We can add another image. There we go. Add this image. Let's just do this, and there we go. Remove this, and yeah, we can add the others. You just copy paste it. There we go, and there we go. Okay, so now we can try to test it though. So let's press the play. There you go, different images. Click on it. Oh, if you click, why doesn't it want? Oh yeah, because I haven't unlocked it though. So let's just check why it doesn't want. Oh yeah, important thing though. We also need to remove the UI gradient for the first one. So we can write just local db equals false. There we go. And then we can just go down here. If not db, then so if db is equals to false, then db should be equals to true, and then the template dot image button dot UI gradient should be destroyed. There we go. Okay, so let's test it out. It loads. There you go. Okay, now as you can see, it's not. Oh my god, not error. Price text. image button is not a valid member of. Okay, so let's go back to the click script, and when it's clicked, then script dot parent. Oh yeah, dot parent. Sorry, I just forgot the parent again. Dot name. Okay, let's test it out. I forgot something, right? No, there we go. Price. Okay, great. This one isn't unlocked. You can't see the UI gradient. So despite, there we go. Equipped. Oh my god. Oh, forgot an E. There we go. Oh my god, I'm quite stupid sometimes, as you can see. Okay, let's buy. Okay, so now we go to the script, and we can. Yeah, I actually made an error somewhere. In local, there was written script.by button. You can just change that to by frame, and same was now just right here. So now when you have bought it, we want to, yeah, of course, and give you a string, but also we want to give you the item. So let's just do that, copy paste it in, and press play. So loading by error. Okay, so if we go down right here, let's just check the script if everything's working. Oh, there we go. Get children. Need to fix that. And also here, right there, get children. There we go. Okay, now we can test it. Press right there. Buy. There we go. Okay, next one. Has it been unlocked or not? That's my question, though. Has it been unlocked, or can I click on? I just can't click on. Yeah, there we go. No, it hasn't been unlocked. That's why. So why hasn't it been unlocked? Okay. So I made a mistake. If you go to the weapon shop and you go into the script, we first of all, when we add, where is it? When we add the new string, we first want to add the name, and then we want to add the parent, because or else it will just say value, or else it will just think the new string value's name is value and not what we wanted. So buy, but as you see, it unlocked, and yeah, etc. 3,400. I can't. So yeah. Let's see, how much do we have in a classic sword? 1 and 2. We have these two. We can equip this one instead. Oh, there we go. No. Yeah, okay. So what you want to do is go to the local main script, write script dot parent the buy equip event fire server equip. Oh, and else if it's none of these, then you can just write buy frame dot buy button dot text should be equals to, oh no, if you don't have enough money or cash, then it should just say not enough cash. Okay, so now let's test it out. Let's go to our player. Okay, we don't have any tools. press this, buy, there we go, classic sword 2. We can press the yum face, there we go, classic sword. And then we don't have enough money, so let's try to equip this one. And here we go, freaking hell. Oh. And then we want to change this, so script.parent.byEquip event. There we go. Okay. Let's just give ourselves a bit more cash. We just asked cash. Let's just give us this amount of cash. Okay, so we have 213 billion. In our player, we don't have any tools. Let's buy the first one. There we go. Classic sword 2. Let's buy the second one. Classic sword. Let's unequip one and buy this one. There we go. We got a classic sword 4, and we can equip this one. There we go. Classic sword. We can equip this one. Classic sword 2 equipped. Not enough cash. Equip. Now it's equipped. Equip. Classic sword 4. Classic sword 2. 1. 4. And this one. There we go. Classic sword 3. Now we have done all of these things. We can actually just go into the server script, write game.players.player removing connect function player. Then we can make local data equals this. Data dot owned weapons equals like that. And then for I, weapons in pairs, plr.owned weapons get children do. Then we're going to make a loop. Then we're going to loop in the owned weapons. No, then we're going to insert into our data owned weapons table all the owned weapons we have. So table.insert owned data owned weapons, comma weapons.name. And then we can go up here, do local success, comma error msg or message equals pico function. So, and then of course local data, just write local data exactly the same right here. And then data should be equals to game data get async plr.user id. So then we're going to write if success, then if data dot owned weapons, then I, weapons in pairs data dot owned weapons do local string equals instance dot new string value. String dot name should be equals to weapons, and string dot parent should be equals to owned tools. There we go. Oh yeah, and game data. Then we're going to write. Then we're going to write local again. Local success, comma error msg equals pico function. Then we're going to do game data set async ploy.userid, comma data. Then if success, then print saved. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this helped you to make your own simulator shop, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.